I'm Parker with iChongqing, and we're here with Professor Solimene, chairman of FEMTEC, that's visiting Chongqing. And I'm really happy to talk with you today. So a lot of our friends abroad, especially American, I'm American, we don't really know a lot about hot springs and how it's good for our health. Can you explain in a very simple way how hot springs are good for our health?
Okay, I know that in Anglo-Saxon world, they don't believe, they don't use for therapeutical point of view the hot springs. But you are very advanced in the field of wellness, leisure, and so on. Some days ago was organized in Italy a big meeting, a summit, a worldwide meeting of the Global Wellness Institute about, and this meeting participated more than 700 delegates, from of them from Anglo-Saxon way. And when I explained them the possibilities of treatment, medical treatment, they were very surprised. And from that, Australia, there is a big cluster in Australia of hot springs. They asked to be joined, to be members of FEMTEC. I know there is not medical culture in the United States, especially of the use, but I think because there are different problems, different mentalities, but in some ways you are very modern also. And it will be very important to join in Chongqing the model Anglo-Saxon and the model European together.
Because most people look at it as a recreation, like a way to relax. How can it actually help our health, like specifically?
First of all, for different, because as you know, the water is a chemical elements they shares. For that, the chemical elements, they have influence for the biological process in the body. Especially water can be used for rehabilitation, physical rehabilitation, after trauma, after incident, after accident, because it's much better to treat in the water than in the dry air, in the gym, in the I don't know what they call because in the water the body lose weight. Right,
it's lighter.
You can less traumatic situation.
Sure.
And we use we have a special hospital for rehabilitation in all Europe, and financed by the National System of Health. Also, it's important to use for the respiratory pathologies. There are special apparatus. We can use the steam from the water, and the nano
particles.
We can inhalate, and very well diffused, especially in Italy and in France. Also, the water, we can drink water, especially for the gastroenteric diseases. And the joint climate and water will be very well for after infant heart attack, because now the medicine is very advanced. After 3 days, when you have a heart attack, you can go home in the hospital after the acute crisis, and then necessary rehabilitation. Especially, I can say we use this kind of treatment for the Russian cosmonaut, because after a long mission in the space for 1 year, when they are in the Earth, they are not in good condition.
Right.
And after we use for rehabilitation in water, for psychological, physical, and so on. For that, hot spring is not only leisure, but also therapeutic.
Sure. So hot springs have many health benefits, as we can see. Can you explain FEMTEC to the layman, to someone who doesn't understand the hot springs science and health industry? What is FEMTEC, and what kind of benefits can it bring to hot springs.
Hot spring, okay. FEMTEC is a federation of association. Means it's not individual association of individuals, but is a federation of the national association who are involved in the field of hydrotherapy. As you know, we did a report for WHO. We have three regions in the world where hydrotherapy is developed. One region is European, where the national health systems support very strong this kind of therapy as complementary medicine. Of course, if you have acute diseases, we don't use hydrotherapy. As complementary, especially for chronic diseases. As you know, the population is aging, and aging means also chronic diseases. And chronic diseases means more drugs. More drugs means economy. And with hydrotherapy and the good use of the hot springs, we can have more efficacy and less consume of drugs. Chronic diseases very important. And the other word is not emerging, but middle developing.
Developing world.
We are speaking about North Africa. North Africa, they were very strong in the field of tourism of health. Treatment is a mixed leisure and treatment, soft treatment. And also the very strong emerging is Chinese, is Asiatic world, like in China, like in Japan is different. But in Asia, like in China is and South Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, but they organize like aqua park, they call water park leisure, but also treatment.
Okay.
For that is important. WHO wants to use hot springs much more for health, for lifestyle.
FEMTEC is establishing an Asian regional coordinating office here in Chongqing. Okay, how is that going to help Chongqing, and how will the office use experience from abroad to improve the situation in Chongqing?
We have, as you know, we have a lot of experts in different kinds, from different countries and in different countries, a different kind of specialty, from the hospitality to the nanotechnologies. And in this way, we want to choose some topics, not all because it's impossible. We want to choose some elementary. First, the standard of quality of waters and the correct use of waters. How to use correctly the hot springs, to have screening of the waters. Improve technologies. Do good marketing, good presentation. As I told, the possibility to prepare some package for health tourism. To integrate correctly traditional Chinese medicine in hot springs, and to do researches together. Because we have a big experience in this way, but we have not the possibility to realize this experience, because the world of hydrotherapy in Europe is small, not too big like in Chongqing. I think that the Chongqing office can diffuse the culture of balneology, of hydrotherapy.
Okay. And here in Chongqing, you've been to Chongqing before, right?
I went to Beijing before. I saw the big changement. I was in the first time in 2010. 2010 we organized here a congress in Chongqing. 2012, and then we continue to have a contact with the government.
Okay, I think my last question will be, here in Chongqing, how are the hot springs here in Chongqing? What advantages do they have, or what advantages do they have compared to other hot springs, or what is the specific situation of the hot springs here in Chongqing, and how can people use that to improve their lives?
I don't know specifically because I didn't study the quality of water of Chongqing. I saw that good infrastructures, but concerning the chemical analysis, I didn't check completely what this is. I cannot in the future, but until now. Why Bay? Just a second. Possiamo mettere why no.
Or just simply speaking, are there? Chongqing is it's an area with lots of, for example, forest hot springs.
Okay,
so forest therapy.
No, the Chongqing there is because we saw in other places of China there is not like this mountain like here, and for that the combination of pure air and the climate also, because the climate is very interesting. It's calm here. Is very interesting for people who need anti-stress treatment, and for that this is quality. And the culture around, there are historical monuments also here, very old. For that is important. Can be, I think that can be a model.
Sure.
And especially, there is a strategy, political strategy. Because it is important. Without strategy, you can have idea, you can have money, you can have resources, but if there is not political strategy, it's difficult. And here in Chongqing, there is a political strategy to build like a cluster, a modern cluster, as example, not only for China, I think, but for the world.
So Chongqing can be an example for other hot springs in China and even the world.
I think not only for China, but our desire to be for the world. And we organize every year a special day during our Congress of FEMTEC, Hot Springs China Day.
Hot Springs China Day.
China Day.
Okay. Okay. I think that's probably it for now. Because of time, we have to cut it short. But thank you so much, Professor Solimene. Thank you so much.